What's up, guys? Welcome back to another podcast, man. I got a special guest here today. I'm gonna let him tell who he is. I've been trying to reach out to him.
Oh, come on!
They're hard to get to. They're hard to get to, man. So, how you doing, big dog?
I appreciate you having me
sir,
out,
man.
LP of the Poor Horseman podcast, but also Creators Guild Studio.
Yes,
happy to collaborate on this episode with another brother who's
sir.
in the content space.
Man,
so thank you for having me out.
I appreciate it, man. Man, when did you get started in this whole podcasting game? Because I think a lot of people got started right after COVID.
Yeah, I was before.
Okay, us too. We was before the game. So
I've got kind of a weird journey.
Okay.
Podcasting is kind of like a passion project.
Okay, I got you.
And by trade, I'm in finance. So really one day I was sitting around and it was a younger brother of mine. He was like, man, I think I want to start a podcast.
I love that.
And we, just like probably you, had no clue even how to get a show from the audio to anywhere.
Yes.
So I started probably back in the SoundCloud days, like 2017.
Okay.
Yeah, probably the SoundCloud days. And then from there, we just kind of figured out a process that worked for us.
Yes.
So I would say after COVID, though, is when we got the space. And we lost money for 2 years.
Of course. But why do you think you lost money, though? Because you couldn't figure out how to run the play?
It was a new business, for me.
Yes.
And COVID.
Okay.
So we got the space right at COVID. Of course, the world shut down.
Yes.
So we end up in an environment where, we got Poor Horsemen. If y'all aren't familiar with us, we got a decent platform.
Nah, y'all fire,
man.
Y'all fire, man.
Just recently performed in Dallas.
Yeah, I seen y'all.
Watch party. But other than that, I didn't know how to take what we was doing to transfer it to other people.
Ooh, that's good.
And that was a problem. So we sat in that building for, I'd probably say from January to June.
Okay.
No bookings. Yeah, not $1. So that took a little faith in my wife to be like, you're gonna figure it out.
You need to hear that voice.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing. I like when we started back in 2018, we was in a house, and I tell people I got receipts.
Yeah.
So I could show you, people would see the video, but they weren't even tied to all of this.
Straight up.
We was using the mic on the cameras.
You had a camera. We had iPhones first.
Okay. So that's still.
Yeah, man. We wasn't using any recording software.
Okay.
We was using an iPhone, and you remember those Yeti mics?
Yes.
We had one Yeti for 5 people.
Okay.
And 2 iPhones.
Oh,
that's how we got started.
Y'all getting out the mud.
Yeah. You know how it is, though.
I love it.
You know how it is.
And I think people need to see, and I tell people all the time. So what I did was once we started like really getting it, I created a course.
See, we didn't do anything like that. We didn't. Yeah, that's smart. I wasn't thinking that way.
I created a course right now. The course is $297 for people who want to buy it.
That's smart, man.
All right. I created a mentorship.
Mentorship helps too. So I think I do a lot of encouraging people to share their story on podcasts.
Okay.
I don't know if I say I do it as a mentor, but I definitely would say that anyone can get with me.
Gotcha.
You know, I'm more than comfortable sharing. But now I know I got my brother got a mentorship platform. I'm gonna let y'all know about him too. Yeah. So because I think there's opportunities for all of us to get involved.
And I think the biggest thing is because me and my wife went on a journey.
Yeah.
Just to try to figure out all the studios around Houston. So we was driving, just going to people's studios. We don't know who y'all. We just trying to check you out.
Exactly.
Matter of fact, I came to Creators Guild to Breeze. Bree had a
was on Bree's show.
I wasn't on the show. I was in the background.
Conversations with friends.
Yeah.
Conversations with friends.
Yeah. So I came checking it out. I'm like, man, I don't know what the owner had. I'm looking. I seen I don't know if he's the owner, the one that was working the equipment.
No. So we partner with Texas Southern University.
Okay.
So one of the things that I've been intentional about is making sure that one, it supports me to be able to work with our own. I don't know if that matters.
That means matter to me. It matters to me.
Okay, so it does to me also. So one, I made it a point to work with our own, and then 2, I get an opportunity to give some students opportunities they may not have.
Ooh,
so I don't know who was working the night you were there with Bree, but I would imagine it was either a recent college grad or a student who was, close to graduating.
Okay.
That can come work with us, get some intern hours, but get paid because I believe that time
pay for it.
I think time is money.
Yeah.
So if you They'll exchange your time for me. I'm gonna exchange some dollars for you.
And that's what we on right now. We got Lone Star College. We got some other little things that we collaborate with them so to bring in more interns. You know, because it's a learning curve. They gotta learn. Though.
Oh man, take time. Hell, I'm still learning. What you mean? I've been doing this since 2017. I can promise you, man. I've messed up more than we've done well.
Man.
And then from those lessons, you kind of just figure out, all right, these are the things that I have to have done in order for us to be successful in this.
And you know what? And the hardest part, what was your hardest part about putting everything together? My hardest part was the tech, like making sure that this go here, this runs with this sounds like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, I think the hardest thing for me was being willing to delegate others figuring that out.
I got you.
So I think my skill set is communicating.
Okay.
You know, we just now meeting.
Yes.
But we can talk probably like we've been knowing each other for a while.
Of course.
Because it seems like you're a communicator also.
Yes.
While I can learn the technology and let's streamline it to a way where it makes sense. That was important for me to make sure that I had people around.
Yes.
That could figure that out. And then from there, we just took it. Yeah.
So when your wife gave you so you sitting there, you like, man, we ain't got nobody. What was your thought? Like, how I'm gonna get people here?
Yeah, so it really, for me, I've tried to, I still don't know. So I'm old. I'm an old brother. I don't know. I'm 43. Yeah.
I'm 43 too.
Okay, so we the same age, right? So you see how it is. So I'm 43. So the social media game for me, I came to very late. Like even my personal profile, if people go see, LeBron Palmer is a mashup of LeBron James and Arnold Palmer. I like basketball and golf.
Okay.
So that's a mashup. Okay. That is not my real name. People are like, who is LeBron? My parents did not name me something random.
I got you.
But in that, I just tried to figure out, all right, what's the way that I could feel like leveraging social media to get people to use the space. And from there, that's kind of the strategies that we took. And then once we got a couple shows to shoot with us, maybe they enjoyed the quality.
The referral game get crazy.
That's what happened.
The referral, that's what happened.
Yeah.
That's what we pick up because like we don't just do podcasts here. We also help people with digital products.
Exactly.
So I tell people all the time we have 16 offers online.
That's what's up.
So we don't just people like, how you do? Nah, we do way more than that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's how I get to meet the Andres and the stuff like that. People who
yes to real estate.
Yes to real estate.
Yeah, that's
good
my
people.
Guy.
Yeah.
That's my guy.
So let's talk about some key components you learned in podcasting over the last couple of years.
Okay.
What are some key components that you would like to pass on to other people, though?
There's no such thing as perfection.
Okay.
A lot of people think that I'm not going to get started until I know what I want to talk about, how long I want to talk about it, and that I've already generated an audience. And what I found with working with hundreds of people is that most of the time, you don't know what you plan to talk about.
You do not know.
And you don't know what the audience is going to resonate with.
You don't know.
So you think you're one thing, but you end up being a whole nother because that's what your audience end up being.
You know what's funny, though, is when I edit videos, the videos that I put like the overlays.
Yeah.
They don't do nothing.
Yeah, it's because they're too produced.
They're too produced. So the video I'm just doing random, people be like,
I'm telling you now, like, other than what we're doing now, like, this setup is important for a long form video.
Yes.
But in that social media space, at least in my experience so far, it can't be overproduced.
It cannot.
Because people want to look at things that they see as attainable.
Yes.
And that they don't have to learn how to be a wizard with CapCut or Adobe or any of those. True. So that's kind of been my experience.
Yeah, and I tell my wife all the time, I'm like, man, you know, it's crazy because it's like the videos I just in the middle of the night, I'm like, man, I'm finna shoot. I just got a thought. Let me just shoot it, a small edit on it, and give it out.
That's what you should do.
And bro, they be like, it's crazy.
I would encourage, anyone, especially someone in our position who, are attempting to. Well, not attempting, because I ain't in the business of attempting. We are.
Yes.
Who are in the business of producing other people's content.
Yes.
We got to give them the same feedback we give ourselves.
That's true.
Because they come in and they'll be like, I need this, this, and this.
I know.
And then, that price start going up. And then they're like, oh, well, I seen XYZ. Well, they've been at the game for longer. Like, so don't judge your journey on someone who's been doing this for 5 years, especially if you're a new content creator.
Yeah, because I think what happens is we beat ourselves up. Like me.
Oh, without question.
I really beat myself up. I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm like, I've been editing since I was 18. I'm
That's
43. So
That's
25 years I've been editing videos.
Yeah.
So I teach the guy that's working for me.
Yeah.
I taught him how to edit.
That's what's up.
You know what I'm saying? So I teach, but I'm like, I need not to overthink the production, because it's like, oh, my videos will be so different, but that different don't really matter. It's the messaging.
Well, you got to remember, we're humans in general. We're herds.
Yes.
We're going to all gravitate towards a similar theme, a similar look. Now you're going to have some outliers. That's why we got zebras.
That's true.
You know, you're going to have some people who have different stripes, and they're going to stand out. So you should attempt to do that. But for the most part, when you're trying to share a message, share it in a way that everyone can consume.
Yes.
And then when they get a chance to really be around you, give them the stripes.
And I'll tell people this: whoever posts the most gonna win.
Oh yeah.
If you could post 2 times, 3 times a day, you're gonna win, because you're gonna stay on their timeline.
Man, I got partners who post like 6 times a day.
Own it.
And it's to me, I don't have the bandwidth. I'm just telling you now, man.
I don't got enough of it.
Because I'm not going to respond to the comments.
I got you.
You know, there's a lot of game that you got to play in social media.
That's true.
It's more than just the posting.
That's true.
It's, commenting. It's, following others.
Yes.
It's generating stories. It's, there's a lot to the game. And I just don't have the bandwidth for 6 a day. I'm just being honest.
But I do batch recording.
Yeah, so still,
I'm a batch recorder, so I can, like, on Sunday, I say, look, I'm going to create 20 videos, all right, for the next hour.
You're a better man than me.
All right, and then once I create the videos, of course, I'm laying my iPods out. I mean, it's just something I've been
doing. Need to go hire this brother, man. He like, I'm telling you that. Like, y'all come to me asking for 20 videos, it's not happening. I'm going to see you there. Nah, I mean, like, that's a good idea.
I got a play right now that I tell people all the time. My play is, people get on a monthly subscription with us.
Okay.
We got a couple people on a monthly subscription, but it's $97.
Okay.
And they get 30 reels a month.
Okay. That makes sense, though.
All right. Yeah. So is 30 reels, so they come in, we do a 45-minute section.
Okay.
They shoot it with the 4K cameras.
Yeah.
They can just shoot them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Change the outfits. We usually lay it out before they get here. And man, they love it, man.
Yeah, now y'all need to take advantage of it. Like, I'm gonna just tell you that now. That's solid. That's solid. Yeah.
All right, so entrepreneurship, man. Yeah. So I see when I went in your building, y'all in that location downtown.
Yeah, we're right off Main
2016 Main Street.
Yep.
I know the address. I went in the building. I'm like, man, it's really nice. They're very guarded though.
Yeah, we have to be, because of the Greyhound station is right next to us.
Yes.
And if y'all are from Houston, or
we know what's popping.
Man, that Greyhound station might be the wildest Greyhound station in the country.
What?
Oh, come on, man.
Man, I already know.
So our building definitely is guarded. In the space that we purchased in the back, it was a grocery store.
Okay.
And we renovated the grocery store and turned it into a studio.
I love it too. Yeah. I love it because I went in there. I'm a creator by heart.
I can tell. So if you hadn't been in here, like, it's just all of the space that I've walked in so far.
Yeah.
I wish I had your eye. Because I don't.
Well, you know what? It's not really I have the ideas, but my wife, I just pass it to her and she'd be like, I got it.
Then y'all are a great union.
Yes.
Like, and we know there's power in a union.
Yes.
And if y'all are using your strengths together as a tandem, I can tell. Nah, I'm being real. Like,
appreciate it.
So the one thing about me too, people who know LP, I'm brutally honest also. Okay. If it had been trash, I would have told you.
Oh yeah,
now I may not have told you on camera.
Man, it's trash.
But after the pod, I'd be like, man, I don't know if we should put this out. I would have said that. Like, but
well, you know what? It's crazy though, and I don't know if you get this feedback. Like, y'all invite people on the Four Horsemen, huh?
Yeah, all the time.
Okay, so but they probably seen y'all content already. They already know it's not trash. So
but it could be to some.
It could be.
Yeah.
No, but I'm saying, like, what's crazy is, like, people would be like, man, I went and watched your videos. When I got here, I ain't know what to expect.
That's how everyone feels. Yeah. Anytime, and they don't understand. This is going to sound bad, but they're waiting on someone else to be the owners. Oftentimes when they walk in a space, they're waiting on someone else who's over the person that they've been talking to.
Come on.
Because they see the quality. And they're like, man, who's in charge of this? And we'd be like, we are. What are you talking about? Like, that happens a lot.
It does, though. And then we have a mixture. When I say a mixture, like me and my wife, we have our own podcast.
Yeah, yeah.
And we bring on a lot of couples.
That's what's up.
And so those couples, they be like, oh man, I ain't know. Man, y'all see, y'all got this. And like we literally work together every day.
As you should. Yeah.
Every day. Yeah. Like people say, so we both full-time entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
And a lot of people they're like, man, how y'all do that? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like we do it.
Yeah, I don't know if I could.
You know?
I love my wife. You know, I've been in the game. I'm a probably loud. I left at least 15 years.
Okay.
I can't tell you the exact number.
Okay.
But that's just how time goes. But we probably could not work together every day. Mm-hmm. We work together on things.
I got you.
But I would definitely say that we have a split in our talent set.
Okay.
To where we don't combine them often.
Okay, yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
So, I want to ask you a question about the mindset of podcasting.
Yeah.
So, and the only reason why we created the podcast gala is because I wanted to get all these podcasters together.
Of course.
So they can at least know who we are and can go in the room and we can give awards so everybody can see
exactly
different people. So, what's your mindset on podcasting? Like, because it seems like from 2023 to 2018, I ain't see too many people. I'm gonna tell you right now.
Well, not who are highly produced.
Okay.
So there may have been people in the space. Obviously, there's 2.5 million podcasts.
Of course.
There's 100,000 of them who quit probably every month.
Of course.
There's a lot of churn. Mm-hmm. But the way I look at a podcast, I look at it less as a show, more as a opportunity to advertise.
Me too.
Similar to radio did.
I love it.
Similar to TV does.
We're on the same page.
More people now consume their content in their own personal algorithm.
Gotcha.
So they develop their own playlist of what they want to listen to. Sometimes they're on YouTube. Sometimes they're in podcasts.
That's true.
It's rare now, you and I are of an age where you had to turn on the TV and you only had channel 3, 5, and 9.
Man, come on.
So now we're in a space where that's why I encourage anyone. I don't care what you're going to talk about.
Yeah.
Do your own thing.
Start it. And I think people, like when you leave here, you'll see you have 23-year-old guy. He coming in here to something to space out. But anyways, man, this next generation, I'm looking at them because I'm 43, gonna be 44 in a couple months. I'm like, okay, let me see how they thinking.
Yeah.
Like, let me see if they their capacity of thinking and how hungry they are for success.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's a lot of behind the scenes work. And so I say everybody want to be entrepreneurs till it's time to pay the bills.
Well, yeah. And what I've seen, you mentioned, because I get a chance to work with the youth quite a bit also.
Come
on. They've had more entitlement to what success looks like in America than we had.
I got you.
You were probably taught, man, you got to go to college and get a job. That's the only way to be successful. These kids now, hey, it could be college. It could be entrepreneurship.
Yes.
Man, they can make money off of social media.
Quick.
We didn't have that many different opportunities. So they, it takes them a bit more for the hustle part.
I got you.
They have the ideas, or at least in my experience, they have the ideas, but that extra work, if it don't come easy, oftentimes you got to encourage our younger brothers and sisters a little more. True. Or at least that's what I've seen in working with them.
I try to explain to them this. I said, a GPS?
Yeah, straight up.
A GPS is a mentor. Let me explain it. The reason why it's a mentor is because a GPS, if I'm going right now to the southwest side of Houston, I can take the long route or the short route.
Yeah.
The short route is the paid route.
Straight up.
And that's the Beltway.
Yep.
The long route.
Or Hardy or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, but the long route, we got to go down 45. We got to bus. So the mentor, it guides you, but you got to pay sometimes.
Straight up.
And a lot of times they're like, oh, man. I'm like, but the stuff, you don't have to hit your head like I did.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I think the beauty of podcasting and why we found 12 podcast studios in Houston.
Okay. I didn't even know there was that many.
That's owned by Black people.
I didn't even know there was that many.
That's owned by Black people. So I'm excited.
I know of 3.
Okay.
But I didn't know there was 12.
You know this one was here now.
What I knew though, because of social media and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I'm aware of this one and really only Iconic.
Oh, I know Iconic. Right there. What's her name?
Jalea. That's really the only 3. Now, there are plenty others that I'm aware of, but Some of them were converted radio.
Oh yeah,
converted music.
So what's your difference between radio and podcasting though? Because I don't, me personally, I'm not into radio.
Yeah, so radio to me still serves a purpose.
Okay.
Because podcast is difficult to break music.
Okay.
Because the restrictions that we have.
Okay.
On YouTube.
Of course.
Licensing.
Of course. Of course.
Radio doesn't have those restrictions.
That's true.
You know, but the benefit of a podcast is we don't have like a hard out. Mm-mm. What I mean, for example, we've been talking, 20 minutes or so?
Yes.
We would have had 9 commercials already if this was radio.
You know what I'm saying? That's true.
And you might plug some commercials in this. But it's going to be commercials that are for your audience. It ain't going to be a random law person.
Talk about it. Yes.
It's going to be things that your audience will appreciate. So podcasting to me is like, remember when you used to pop the trunk and sell CDs?
Of course.
That's what a podcast is.
Well, see, my wife was at an event yesterday and a lady said, well, I do radio, but I want to get into podcasting because all the radio, I have no video.
Straight up.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So she was like, well, my wife was like, just come check the studio out. You might be interested. You might not.
As you should.
You know what I'm saying? If you're interested, let us know. If not, we understand.
Yeah. And whoever you are, come check it out. Come check out the space. And what I encourage people, and that's why I'm going to keep, giving you all the plug, because you have invested a lot. Oh. And I don't think people understand the amount. No, I'm being real.
That's true.
Because I know what you've done. Like, I can look at it.
Yeah, that's true, though.
Like taking a blank canvas.
Yes.
Getting equipment, making sure that the environment is comfortable and safe.
Yes.
And then not to mention your time.
My time. People
come in and they just assume I'm back at the house. No, you've put a lot of work and effort into this.
Man, come on.
Yeah, so that's
so. Let me ask you a question. What's the average turnaround y'all do?
For us, it depends. So,
okay.
But most videos we're gonna get you back probably in a day.
Okay, that's us.
Yeah, everything we're probably gonna get back to you in a day.
That's us.
And that's just because the system can work that way.
It can work
as long as there's not a lot of feedback from you to edit a lot.
Yeah,
you can get yours processed.
What's the minimum? Cause we only do minimum 2 reels per person on the video.
Well, it depends. So we don't even do a lot of reels in our space.
Well, okay, go.
Yeah,
okay.
So we do reels.
Okay.
We definitely have packages and do things like that. But for the most part, my priority, at least now, I've just now started getting into more of the reels.
I got you.
TikTok, shorts, etc. But our priority first was quality audio, quality video, comfortable environment.
Love that.
Like the thing that I cared about is I wanted people to come to the space as talent.
Yes.
When you show up, you are talent.
Yes.
So I'm gonna treat you like we're at Fox 26.
Yes, I'm the same way.
Yeah.
And I like that. I like the fact, because I always ask. I say, what do y'all like? Well, I like the fact that we can come shoot the content, we leave, and once we have our consultation, like the guy that's you're about to see him in a little bit.
Yeah.
Once we have our consultation, we already know exactly what he's looking for.
Exactly.
So we have preset stuff ready.
Yep.
We know what season he on. We know everything, and we just like dump him in. He say, "Man, I got 3 people. I'm coming." Boom, we dump them in there. Boom, 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 and then people come, leave, and we send it to them.
Yeah,
and they love it.
And y'all doing it the right way. Like I would say that, giving people the option to just be talent,
yes,
will greatly benefit them versus being talent as well as the producer.
It's a lot.
Because it's a lot. That's why people come to us.
Yeah.
That's why there's spaces like ours that have popped up in the city, because everyone has to produce content.
Yes.
I don't care what you do. I don't
care
what
field you in.
You are a content producer.
That's it.
And I don't know when that changed. Maybe COVID made it happen. But every industry, if you are collecting $1 from someone,
that's true.
You need to be creating content.
I love that.
Yeah, podcast. I don't care if it's podcast, YouTube, lectures, reels, whatever. You need to be creating content.
And because I tell people, content creates a conversation.
Exactly.
And the conversation is going to create money if you line it up right. But it's up to you. So there's a game I call the word game.
Okay.
I'm gonna say a word. With the word, I'm going to give you an acronym. Okay. And you tell me what you think it means to you.
Okay.
All right. First word is pour. Acronym, passing over opportunity repeatedly.
Okay.
What's your mindset on that?
So for me, I think, and I'm going to focus on Black and brown people.
Okay, I got you.
And since I'm in finance, I'll kind of give some things there.
Okay.
Passing over opportunity, what was the
repeatedly.
Repeatedly. Okay, passing over opportunity repeatedly. The way I look at that is that we are so anxious to jump into different arenas that we will
That's
miss
good.
opportunities and then we get on late. For example, every Black person is in the real estate craze now.
Come on.
Well, some of that Airbnb stuff might be done. You know, the states have now changed the laws. The cities now have changed the restrictions. You had the opportunity to get the 2% interest rate.
Didn't.
Now interest rates are 8%. So you passed over those opportunities when people may have came to you with sound and solid advice. So I would encourage you, obviously, do your research. Make sure you know who you're talking to, whether that's content, podcasting, finance, whatever. But you ought to take harder looks at things that seem legit.
The next word is hope. Hope stands for help other people excel.
Yeah.
So what's your mindset on that?
I'm a servant leader. I think everything that I do that's why you didn't know who the owner was. Yeah, I didn't know. Because my responsibility is I use that Suge Knight thing often. If you want to work with me, I'm not going to be all in your videos. I'm not like, my responsibility is to find the process that gets you to your greatest level of success. Yes. And that's by any means. So if I'm gonna, be a part of that process, I'm gonna help you do whatever that is, whether that's a TSU student, whether that's someone who's shooting a podcast with me, or just some other things that I do. I think my responsibility is to serve. Well, I like your transparency though, because people, the owner is working. When I say working, you're doing your own podcast. I'm in the game and I produce. Yes, I love it. Edit at times. Regardless, I would never ask someone to do something that I don't know. To do. Yeah, and that'd be my mindset too. Is like, all right, the next word is money. Yeah, acronym. Momentarily owned, not externally yours. Yeah. No, so I'm gonna disagree with that a little. Because I do money. Okay, go. Okay, so I think money is a tool. That's what I'm saying. Money is a tool. So it's momentarily owned. But okay, go ahead. It is yours. I think that. A lot of us, we come at it from a scarcity mindset. It just goes in and out. But in reality, it's momentarily, but you should be building assets to where it is all yours. Yes. So I think I should have reframed it because I agree with you on that. Okay. But I'm saying, to me, money creates memories. I don't agree with that at all. Yeah, I completely agree with you. Yeah. It creates memories because we all need money. So I tell people all the time, money is like oxygen. You need to survive. Yeah. The minute that money stops. Yeah. I think money is for experiences. Okay, for experiences. Like obviously, once your Maslow hierarchy of needs are met, if you got that lowest tier, you've got food. That's true. You've got housing. The necessity. Then at that, like everything is about an experience. Like being able to maybe create content, that is an experience. I don't want you to come in thinking of that as a job. That's an experience. Yeah. The job is you all. That's it. You know what I'm saying? That's it. Vacations, things, I don't know if you all have kids, but things for your kids. Things like that are where I look at that. So yeah, money is definitely experiences. The next one is faith. For anything, I trust him. Okay, yeah. So if you look at him, obviously we're talking religion, we're talking about God, Christ, etc. Other people serve other gods. That's true. What I would say is you shouldn't serve possessions or people. You should always serve a higher power. Obviously, I believe in Christ. Of course, me too. I'm a Christian. And I would say that the more you lean into faith, the more your outcomes will be better. Man, that's good. Often we lean into ourselves or the people around us. That's good. And man, I was almost about to cuss, but I'm not going to do that like your pop. But we will see people get into things that we know isn't positive. Yeah. And because I got to be involved in that. Just stand on your own faith, and it's going to come to you at your time. Yeah, and so that's kind of how. And I think people just. So many people, and I try to tell people, listen, man, you believe what you want to believe. I'm telling you what I believe and my faith goes towards. Yeah. The last one is denial. Don't even notice I am lying. Yeah. I mean, well. People be in denial every day. I think all of us tell a story about ourselves that's not true. But sometimes you have to lie to yourself to get your greatest self out. Like you got to look in the mirror and be like, yo, I am the best. I am this. So maybe I am lying to myself at times, but when I walk into spaces, I feel like I belong there. When probably times I don't. So I think you need to have some unhealthy optimism about yourself, but keep those to yourself. So what is it as Black men? Yeah, this is a good question. We was in this room with all these Black men,
and I'm seeing that. I'm seeing people ask questions, people in line, people.
Yeah, straight up.
They excited. They want to push, but everybody can't be an entrepreneur.
That is a fact.
So what is it that we need in our community that pushes us forward? I think we're doing a great job in different areas. You know, like Kevin.
Yeah,
he's good. He's good at what he's amazing.
He is.
Then you got Andre.
Yeah.
And then, but they can't do what we can do right here.
No, not at all.
But
but that's the thing. So all of us have to determine what our skill sets are. Some of us need to be plumbers.
Okay.
Some of us need to be electricians. You know, if we were to rebuild society, and let's say we were still in segregation, everyone wouldn't be an entrepreneur.
That's true.
Some of us would be teaching our youth. Someone would be medical providers.
I got you.
Some of us would be building and framing our houses.
I got you.
Some of us would be our security force. So I think if Black men, the men you surround yourself around will let you know, okay, I might be the person who works the 9 to 5. But what I can do is I can support my brother who's got his podcast business.
Got you.
I might be great at marketing. You know, I got a pilot of mine. He's the president of Jet Magazine. They're about to relaunch.
Come on.
He's a phenomenal marketer.
Come on.
I'm not. So he knows, hey, I can stand in a gap for him.
Come on.
At that, but then I'm good at this.
Yeah.
So I could stand in a gap for him. So I think that's the thing that Black men, we got to be collaborating.
Yes.
There is no competition amongst us.
It can't be.
Because there's too much scarcity.
We're too behind. We're too far behind.
A lot of us
have. Too far behind, man.
A lot of us put so much on needing to be the owner or the leader. I would much rather take 10% of 100 million than 10 million.
Me too. And I think when the numbers that Miss Shelton said, about 2% of Black men in Houston own a home.
And it might be less than that. Because we were doing the research before the event, and he talking about Black men buy homes. An event that we just had 2 weeks ago. Solid.
Yes.
Real good environment. But the research, the number might be lower than that.
That's crazy.
It really might be because the thing about Black men, we don't trust the system a lot either.
We don't.
You telling me you locking up my money for 30 years? Come on, man. That's a rough go from a brother who may just barely getting by now.
That's true.
So I think there's a lot of mistrust, but if you can work with, but also Black and brown people take from you as well.
That you ain't lying.
So you need to be careful who you put your trust in.
Yeah.
I know that sounds crazy.
No, but it's real. And I'm very, my wife always said, she was like, man, she said, you so like, I think I used to think everybody could be entrepreneur.
No.
So she's like, you put your trust into everybody. Everybody can't be you. You're one of one.
Facts.
And I was like, but I know they can do it. She's like, they can't.
You might be less than 1% of Black people. Everyone wants to be an entrepreneur, but if you really think about it, as you talk about, when the bills come through, they immediately consider being an employee again.
Quick.
I mean,
that's facts.
It's tough. It is tough to pay people, pay mortgages, pay for repairs.
Come on.
You know, some of this is gonna break.
It's gonna break.
I've been there.
You got to put it back. But see, I also said, if we go in this other room that I didn't show you, I have about 15 cameras in there.
I had a camera
and some of them are broken.
Bro, I had a camera fall Saturday.
Oh, Lord. I'm mad.
Cracked the glass in the inside.
Oh, my God.
I couldn't do nothing about it, but just, pray. Like, can I get this repaired? Is it still under warranty?
Yeah.
And I'm talking about one of these.
I know.
Yeah, not the Canons.
No, I know what you're saying. Because when I really go out with these, I build them up though. Because I got the.
Oh, you got the rigs and everything.
I got everything.
I was holding it like this.
Oh man.
And I had one. What's crazy is the body didn't mess up. It just shattered that inside.
So if you can go back and talk to your 13-year-old self.
Yeah.
What do you tell him today so that your life look different?
So if I was 13, I would have told myself, protect your knees because you'd be in the NFL. So that would have been the first thing. So, I had some sports opportunities that, knees just wasn't set up for like that. So I'd been like stretch, do body weight squats, stop trying to be so heavy. You know, I weighed like 200 pounds at 10.
I got you.
You know, so I would have definitely, and stay on the defensive line. Stop trying to run the ball. So that's what I told myself first. But the second thing I would have told myself as it relates to, I would have said, find male mentors.
Ooh, that's good.
You know, I have a father. My father is great. My dad was in the military for 30 years. So his perspective came from being in the armed forces. I didn't have a lot of people around me who had started, failed, was successful at business.
So how'd you get, but how'd you get it? How'd you get here?
It probably took failing forward.
Okay, I got you. Because I think people need to know, like, man, because I do hear, like, I talk to a lot of youth. They be like, well, my dad, my mom, bro, sis.
But you're doing what you're supposed to. So you're being the vehicle that I wish I had at 13.
Man.
Yeah, so at 13, everybody around me was either, you know, military, trying to do some form of athletics, or, you know, was, you know, in the dope game. Yeah. You know, that's the kind of people you around.
That's what it was.
You know, so, but by the time I got to like college and, you know, started to get around, I was like, oh man, they do this people do it this way, they do it that way. I wish at 13 I would have been around someone who could have gave me some insights that I hope I give to people now.
Yeah, so when I was 18, I started a video game company.
See, that's crazy.
And nobody knew. What's
nothing. Crazy is I made a video game at 13. Yeah, I have the drawings and everything, but had no clue. I sent it to Konami.
Okay.
They sent me a letter back and was like, man, it's actually a really well thought out idea, but we don't work with like people like this. And they were like, you can apply, but they were like, you can apply for a job. They didn't know how old I was. Okay. I was 13.
Okay.
And
that's crazy how you tapped into your creative side.
I'm very traditional education. Okay. You know, I went to OU, Texas A&M, University of Chicago. I am very traditional. That's where the finance stuff comes from.
I got you.
But the creative things, man, if I didn't have that, I wouldn't be around. Yeah. I'm telling you now, I have to do this extra stuff to keep my sanity.
That's how I am. My wife said, you just gotta. I was like, man, I love to create.
I have to do something.
One of my greatest, I went to school for graphic design and 3D animation.
That's what's up. Okay.
But my greatest gift is video. Like, I can edit, man. The way I think about video is weird, but it's like, it's so creative.
See, I'm not good at none of that.
Okay, I got you.
What I'm good at is throwing the assist.
I got you.
Making the plays.
I got you.
Or at least that's what I think I am.
Okay.
Making sure that people are in position when their opportunity comes. Can I edit video? Yeah, but I'm not gonna lie and say I'm the best.
Of course.
Can I produce a podcast? Yeah, but that's my skill set is to
delegate.
And hey, that's why people work with us.
Yes.
We don't always have the best equipment or the best sets, the best everything, but I think people would work with us because the camaraderie we built, the guild that we developed. Like when you're with us, we want to have best practice, best policies, best things in place to make you successful. So I think that's what I'm probably best at.
I love that. Also, entrepreneurship. Let's dive into this real quick. So as an entrepreneur, what do you think people lacking right now? Outside of money. We know money is a big factor. What do you think they lacking?
Creative solutions.
Okay, go.
Because I would have went to money. But you can do a lot. Like, so for example, me being here, we're going to do business together.
Gotcha.
I'm going to tell you that.
Of course.
Because we're going to find a strategy that makes sense and it's going to be creative. And then we'll figure out a way to bust down the dollars.
Easy.
And I think what entrepreneurs don't do, someone else may have walked in here and been like, oh, I got to have that too. You know, or I got to make this. No, okay. There's a gap in my service.
Come on.
You all do this. Let's figure out a way to be creative to work together. Gotcha. And I think that's what entrepreneurs are missing. And specifically Black men entrepreneurs, because they're going to look at it like, it's only got to be me.
You know what? Because and I told my wife, I said, I think, because I try to go to a lot of events. And I'm like, but I think people get nervous. Like, we're trying to take their customers. I'm like, one thing I learned about God, He bring you people.
Without question.
He bring you people. So you have one person that it fell through, two more people. Hey man, I seen you. Hey, what you do? I mean, it just happens. Yeah. And God make it work.
Yeah. I would say that in regards to like people thinking that like you're stealing customers or whatever. No. That customer makes a choice.
That's true.
Like
that's true.
There is no like there's no one can steal anything from you.
No.
they make a choice.
That's true.
That choice is either going to be an informed choice or uninformed.
That's
now,
it.
when they get to wherever they're at, they may be like, I messed up.
Yeah.
It's like relationships. You know, sometimes you have all the information about the person you want to date.
That's true.
Then you find out that they ain't really who they said they were.
They represent
and you have to make a choice.
Do you stay or do you go?
And that's all customers are doing.
Yeah. And I think I just think it's the mindset of people. And I think once we get past like, hey, just do you at your highest level.
Exactly.
And then the people will find you. Because I get people in my inbox saying, hey man, who edited your video? Who did it? I'm like, either I did it or my guy did it.
Exactly.
But I'm like, this is the services that we offer if you want this. You know what I'm saying? Oh, what software you use? We use Final Cut.
Yeah.
I'll tell you the answer.
Who cares?
You know what I'm saying?
Like, because even when you tell people, only 5% of those people are going to take action.
Oh, you know, it's the 107.3 rule.
Yeah.
So I tell you 100% of the information.
Yep.
7% gonna take action.
And then
only 3% gonna execute.
Correct.
That's it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's just
that is a fact.
It's a fact.
Like it, and I don't understand why people haven't figured that out, especially when it comes to collaborating.
Yes.
Like they think that there's something that's for them. If it's for you, it's for you.
Period.
No one's taking it from you.
Yes.
Yeah. If it's for you, it's for you.
And I just said you just have to be consistent at what you do. So I have a question. So on your way out, I like to ask this question.
Yeah.
On your way out in life.
Yeah.
You have a time capsule about this big,
no doubt,
this tall.
No doubt.
You can only leave 3 things in there that people can remember you by.
Yeah.
It has to be physical.
Yeah.
What 3 things do you leave in there?
They can be people or
no. It's a time capsule.
Okay,
we want to put it in the ground.
So small,
and we can pull it up.
Okay.
What do you want to leave at the end of your journey in life so people can remember you by?
Okay. So if I had 3 things, the first I would probably say would be which is weird, which would probably be a smaller time capsule.
Okay, got it.
Because I'm respectful of people's time.
I got you. If
I say I'm going to be somewhere at some time, I'm going to be there at that time. And that's a value system that I give to my daughters. That's a value system that I give to people around me because time is money.
It is.
The second thing I would do is probably put in a book. Probably a book of who, not how. The reason why I would say that book is
are you going to write your own book?
I haven't determined that yet. You know, I'll see what I know. I already checked you out. I had already checked it out. Yeah. I saw on your Instagram.
Oh yeah.
That. Yeah. So, you know, Brother Lloyd doing everything. You know what I'm saying, babe? So, but I'll probably say a book. And the book I probably put in, and it was gifted to me at one point. But it taught me how that there are who's in your life that are more important than the how. So I stepped myself away from a lot of the process and made sure the who's around me were important. And I think that's a great message that I would leave to someone. And then I would probably leave 1 Corinthians 13 and 11.
Leave it.
Just because I think that as men matriculate, we have to get away from some of our childish things.
That's
Hell,
true.
I'm a child. But I would probably leave just that text, that chapter, because I mean, I got it tattooed on me. So
yeah.
Like, so yeah, it's just
so this is my theory. Do you have a vision board?
I do, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have a vision environment?
Yes.
Board.
I do have a vision environment.
Vision environment board.
Not a board.
So let me explain it to you. So the vision board is the things that you want to accomplish.
Correct.
The vision board is you put yourself in the middle and you put 5 people around you.
I've never done
They can
that.
help you complete the vision board.
I've definitely never. That's a solid idea.
I'm just saying.
That's a solid idea.
Try it out.
I've never done that.
I'm telling you. So you just put yourself in the middle, and then you put the 5 people around you that's going to help you push the vision board.
I've never thought like so. When I thought you said environment, like I have a space in my home where it's for me to take the time to not maybe prayer and supplication is probably the wrong.
No,
but,
I know what you're saying.
To give me
to think.
Yeah, because it's chaos. Elsewhere. It's gonna be chaos when I leave here, heading back down 45. You know what I'm saying? Like it's chaos.
Yes.
But man, that's a great idea.
I think you should do it. I encourage.
I'm gonna do it. I
encourage everybody to create a vision environment, which is put your head in the middle of this board.
Yeah.
Put 5 people that you want to be associated with that can help you complete the vision. Because this is what happened. Your vision board, sometimes stuff be on there for years.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, but if you get around the right people, I know for sure they can push that vision.
Without question. And it'll encourage you to maybe change your circle. Because we're cumulative of the top 5 people around us.
Man, that's so good.
Maybe if the people who are around you are not in the partners,
come on.
You might need to take a different look at that.
And I think sometimes we gotta change the people around.
That's what it is. Yeah.
And you know, because we're like, out of all my friends, I'm the only one job free.
And see, that's crazy.
You know what I'm saying?
Then that means you need to be around other people.
No, I have new friends. I'm talking about my core friends that I grew up with.
Then you need to be helping them be job free.
I'm trying, but they feel like they know the play. If you know the play, you'll be job free.
That's so. Clearly, you don't have them on your vision environment. Like they ain't on that. Then they need to make one.
They need to. That's why I'm trying to tell them. But I think people.
And if you not on theirs, then they doing something wrong.
They doing something wrong. So I try to tell people like, and they making good money though. But they like
money is different than freedom.
Ooh.
Like I think exchanging all of us are exchanging our time for money.
Yes.
But are you free? Can they come do this in the middle of the day like I'm doing right now?
Man, can they?
You see what I'm saying? Like, can you? What's the exchange you got? And granted, I got a couple laptops and stuff I got to get on in a little bit, but I'm exchanging my time right now too.
But the thing is, and I really try to like, and I don't try to be too hard on them because they're like, oh, you know what I'm saying?
Of course,
I'm like, bro, just know that the minute you can make money while you sleeping, that's when the play started. And they said, what play you talking about? The play of residual income.
Straight up.
I'm sleeping and I'm getting money.
Straight up.
You know what I'm saying? And that starts with you just understanding the vision and seeing it. And you realize you don't need everybody.
Well, everybody can't go.
Yeah.
Like that's the thing. Like everybody can't go. Like the one thing that I've learned the older I've gotten, different environments, different friend groups I've been in, some of them are gonna see you doing things.
Yes.
Some gonna be like, hey, I'm with you. You gonna carry them with you.
Come on.
But others, they just can't go.
They can't go.
You want them to though.
Of course.
But they can't.
Man.
And I had to learn
I can't drag you along.
and I would hope they wouldn't drag me along.
That's true.
But we in the business of making, leaders, especially if we men. We in the business of making kings. Like so there's bro, if I'm carrying you, that can't work. My back hurt now.
Man.
So yeah.
So I'm about to throw you that hoop. Throw it to you. If you got any questions you want to ask me.
Okay, yeah, I do. So what made y'all get into this space? And then you've been saying you've been doing this since like 18. Is this gonna be the start, or are you looking at film production and different things like that also?
All right, first of all, what made us get started was when people trying to rent our house out.
That's what's up.
They would say, hey, man, you got podcast equipment. Let me rent that.
Yeah.
I said, whoa.
You ain't coming to the crib.
I told my wife, we actually let 2 people do it.
That is crazy.
We actually let 2 people do it because we trust them.
You're a trusting brother, bro.
We actually let 2 people do it.
Okay.
Because you got to remember, we was inviting people to our house for our podcast.
Straight up.
And so I told my wife, I said, you know what? Let's get a building. And she was like, okay, what the building? I said, get a building, market it right. We'll get the people. The first year, we was like, man, we was too high for them.
Okay.
And so I went into this business model. I prayed about it though, and I just said, God, I need the right business model. And it came maybe about 6 months later.
Yeah, that's what it takes though.
And the business model is we do 4 episodes.
Okay.
$275.
I don't know if I can do that.
I know you probably can't. No, you probably can't. But this is a vision God told me for right now. He said, get people Godfather in.
I respect that. And then
once we get, because we're looking at some commercial property in Humble right now.
Okay.
Once we get the 10,000 square foot building, the people who gonna stay, they Godfather in. Then we're gonna go back up.
Straight up.
We're gonna go back up to the normal price. But that was the vision. I know some people say, "Man, you crazy."
Look, everybody run a strategy the way they run it. You got multiple offerings though also. So what people don't understand is that's a gateway.
That's a gateway.
It's much easier to retain a customer than get a new one.
Of course.
So if you can retain a customer, build more products and services for that same customer, you got a customer for life.
So like I'm just showing you the plays that I tell. So The guy came on my podcast. Several people came on my podcast for hey man, I want to do a digital product. I charge $3,500 straight up.
See that, and that's the play.
that's the one place. So that's $3,500 plus they got to buy the software, and I get paid off money for them having the software. It's just a whole play.
No doubt.
Yeah. But it's a play that I've been running to get to 50, 60K a month.
Yeah. See, and what people don't understand is, and what you're doing as a hustler, the gateway is that 275.
It's just a gateway.
It's the rest of the stuff that matters. That's just what. But you're an entrepreneur.
Oh yeah.
So you've understood. Okay, this keeps the lights on. This makes the bread.
This makes the bread.
Yeah.
And you don't have to be greedy. And then the second question you asked me was
okay. And then you've been doing production for a while. Why not go into more than just podcasting, more than just courses, etc.?
Well, I don't know. I don't know if I want to. I do have a play for $997.
Okay.
I'll bring the equipment to them and we record it wherever they want to record.
Wherever they want to record. Okay.
Right?
Okay.
But that's the only 10 videos and 20 reels.
So you have a structured format for that.
Yes.
And that's got to be booked out in what? Like a month ahead of time?
Yeah, they have to be scheduled. Well, 2 weeks.
Okay, that makes sense.
You know
what I'm saying? Yeah.
But my schedule, I ain't going to say me do it because my wife, she blocks off all the time. So like whenever they go to look at it, if it's blocked off,
then you can't do it.
Yeah.
Okay, so then tell me about the gala. Because we share some DMs.
Yeah.
So this is a good time for me to know what's really going on. Because I would say that the things that I get skeptical of, not you.
I got you.
Are offers where I don't know the people.
Cool. I know that. That's why we were trying to get to know everybody. Yeah. So the gala is basically a play that we wanted to do. I thought about it. I seen Atlanta, them do a podcast gala. I'm like, man, we need to do this in Houston. It's about podcast. I think he at your studio.
Yeah, at mine.
They at your studio.
Yep.
Podcaster. He ain't there.
Nope.
Podcaster.
That's at mine.
Podcaster.
That's at mine.
Podcaster.
Yo, that's pretty wild.
Podcaster.
That's at mine.
Podcaster.
Nope.
Podcaster.
Nope.
This is the lady I was telling you about on the software
side.
side.
Okay.
Podcaster.
That's at mine.
Podcaster.
Nope.
Podcaster.
Yes.
Podcaster.
Yes.
Podcaster.
Yo, wow, we recording a lot of people now that I'm looking at that. I didn't even notice this.
So I was like, man, let's create a gala.
Okay.
That can not only put entrepreneurs in the room, but that can put podcasters in the room.
That's a solid idea.
So that we can all get to know each other. And then all the podcasters that shows up, as long as they let us know 2-3 weeks in advance, we can get them a plaque and they can come on the stage and talk about their
So when is this event and when is it again?
It's November 18th.
Okay. I think I could run a play with y'all on that.
Yeah.
I think we can come up with something now that I know the intent behind it. Like oftentimes
I got you.
I don't know the intention.
I was looking for you though. Even when I seen you at the, I was like, I gotta get him.
You should just get, bro.
But know how I figured you was the owner though? I'm gonna tell you how I figured. Okay. I did some research. I did.
And most people don't even know my name, bro. I stay low key.
Hardcore research.
Yeah, I stay low key.
I said, okay. I seen your name pop up at Shelton in his Instagram.
Yeah,
I was like, okay, we looking a little suspicious right here. Cause I looked over here, then I looked at Noelle, what's her name?
Brittany.
Brittany. I looked at Brittany, and I said, man, all right, I'm just looking, boy. I'm looking. I said, I'm gonna go to this event. I reached out to aunties. On Instagram. They be on Sunday nights. I reached out to them. I'm looking.
Yeah.
I'm just doing my research. I'm like, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, man, because I want to just put the podcasters in the room.
No. I know the deal. Yeah,
that was my whole passion behind it. It wasn't about. I'm be honest with you. We spun the $20,000 up front.
But see,
so it wasn't about the money. It was like just get them in the room. Like we already spun the money up front.
But what I'm telling you though is if you got all those lists, now we know each other. I would have been happy to be a part of it also.
Yeah.
Like, there's power in numbers.
Yes, power in
numbers.
While
we are grateful that you spent 20 bands already. but it definitely, this could have been a sponsored event.
That's what I'm saying. We got I think 1 or 2 more sponsorships. But anyways, but
you know what I'm saying though. Like there's just there's greater opportunity. So I hate that we haven't had a chance to connect in person until now.
Yeah. Yeah, man. But I do. I said, man. I told my wife. I said, he the owner. I'm telling you. She was like, you think? I said, I know. I did my research. I've been looking. You know what I'm saying? I said, man, I'm not that dumb because I just seen everybody come through. And look, this tell you how dedicated I am. These are all in Houston.
Let me see that though real quick. Yeah, that's crazy. And looking at it's wild that a lot of us, I didn't even, you don't understand. Like, yeah, they shoot.
Yeah, and then you got to remember they're even not the people that I shoot here.
I know, that's what I'm saying. They shoot.
So
this is really smart though.
Yeah,
this is really smart. What you
put everybody in the room.
So how can I support you then on that?
Ask your people to show up,
and this is real.
And like, it's only It's only $97 a ticket. Or if you bring in a spouse, it's $167.
And you doing this on camera, so I'm going to talk to some people about this. Like I'm not a fake person.
No, it's cool.
Yeah, so
I didn't reach out to Kevin them. They said they thinking about it.
I'm gonna talk to you. I can talk to a few people for you. So yeah, I got but for me, just so people understand, like I'm not private.
I got you.
But I'm not public.
I got you.
So I don't know if people got that. I'm not private.
I got it.
But I'm not public either.
I got you.
So I want people to be comfortable to know when they work with me. Mm-hmm. Obviously, I'm sure you all are the same way.
Yes.
That the product will speak more than I will.
That's how.
And that's kind of how I am. So while it may have been difficult to find, which I've had some people like, bro, who are you? Like, yeah. I'm new to Houston too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I've only been in Houston since 2016.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm newer to Houston. So for me, I made a point to Houston's a city you don't want to ruffle no feathers.
No. That's how I know a lot of people too, though. I mean, I didn't have Andre on the podcast.
Yeah.
This year alone, I had like 100 people on our podcast.
You got to do that.
You know what I'm saying? But these people's like, oh man, and it's like,
no, you doing it.
And so
as a person who does this, you're doing it.
I appreciate it.
So I would say that for sure. And it's an honor and a pleasure to come on the pod. When you said it, I said immediately.
Yeah, I know. He responded. I was like, okay. And then that's why I told my wife, he the owner. All right, let's see. She was like, you sure? I was like, I'm telling you, I did my research. Got it. My discernment spirit, God is showing me that is that owner right there.
Yeah. But when I go to events, I usually play the back too.
Mm-hmm.
Like you probably saw me at Black Men by Home working the camera though. Yeah, because we were collecting some footage for them. But for the most part, man, I play the back. Navigate where I'm supposed to navigate. Just try to. Again, Houston is interesting. That's all I was saying.
And it's fun, though. That's the thing, though. Like I tell people they don't even know my name, Lloyd. They know me as Why Now Is Your Time.
Yeah, and see, nobody knows. Nobody knows Breon. So I'm gonna have you change that flyer again too. But everyone knows LP.
Okay, LP.
Like and that's again, I'm not private, but I'm not public.
Yeah, that's and me, like I said, me and my wife, we interviewed so many like amazing couples in Houston too.
No doubt.
And so I invited. I told. I don't think I'm speaking to Kevin. It has to be
Aisha.
Aisha, it has to be her because she responded on Instagram. So I was like, she's like, yeah, well, let me check our schedule. I'm like, okay. I just want y'all to see who we are. And we just want it. We love it.
Well, we know who you are now.
Yeah, power couples. We love to just interview power couples.
I think I'm gonna hold you down. I think I got not I think, because I'm not in the business of thinking.
Yeah.
We're in the business of doing. I'm gonna hold you down. I mean, I can tell you that right now. I like your energy. I like how you operate. I like the vision that you have behind it, and any way that I can support that, I'm going to.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man. Like I said, man, it's just we've been hustling though.
Y'all hustle. Look, I don't. You ain't getting hustle like that from LP. LP is going to be mad when the Cowboys lose.
Oh man, you was mad last night.
Come on, that hurt. But that's a whole nother topic.
Oh yeah. Man, look, anything else you want to ask me before we get off of here?
Last thing is, so where do you see yourself next 10 years?
Probably a podcast network.
Okay.
I'm forever gonna do podcasts till I die though.
Yeah.
You know why? Because I enjoy it.
Yeah. So it's a part of you now.
It's a part of me. I enjoy it. I love meeting amazing people like yourself. And then when I looked at my phone, I did a calculation. I'm like, man, my phone is about $200 million.
Straight up.
Worth of connections.
Maybe $1 billion.
It could be.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Because you really don't know what people busting down.
You really don't know they busting down. I had like, you ever heard, what's his name? Garland? Mr. Garland Harris? The
Probably
neighborhood
not.
developer?
Probably not. No, I don't know that name.
Okay, so he, do you know, I'm working with him, you know him?
No, I don't know him either. Okay.
It's a lot of people.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
The circle, and I told my wife, I was like, man, I'm looking at my phone like, man.
It starts getting smaller and smaller after a while. It does. It does. Because we'll be connected to a lot of the same people.
Yeah. So, I mean, man, look, man, other than that, I just appreciate you coming on, man.
This is an honor for me.
Man, and man, that Four Horsemen, man, what that's going?
So Pour.
I'm sorry, Pour.
You good, POUR. We're more of a platform than a podcast. Somehow we...
And it's 4 of y'all.
It's 4 of us.
Okay.
With occasional special guests here and there.
Oh, yeah.
We've just kind of built some rapport. We're like the funny guys who can be unfiltered at times.
Okay.
But for the most part, man, we just trying to put on for the city. I think Houston needed a 85 South type show.
They do.
A no jumper type show without the gang members.
I got you.
A brilliant idiot Joe Budden type show here.
Yes.
And we're trying to be that. Well, we're not in the business of trying. We are being that.
Yeah.
And I'd say probably like the last 2 years, we've really catapulted, top 2.5%, maybe top 1% of all pods. We've got some decent numbers, done some live events, some activations in Atlanta, New York.
I love it.
And just here recently, Dallas. So just seeing what happens. No one knew what we was doing.
But y'all doing it.
Yeah, that's what it
is. That's the thing. Just do it, man. And I tell people, no matter whatever you're doing, wake up and do it.
Straight up.
And God will lead you. He will lead the way.
Man, y'all need to be around this energy, man. Like I'm telling I'm gonna give you this maybe as we close. Black men find it difficult to be authentic in front of other black men.
They do.
We feel like we have to put on a character.
Come on.
To make the other black men around us comfortable.
Come on.
The energy that Brother Lloyd does,
I appreciate it.
Is not only infectious, you all need to work with him. I'm just being honest.
I appreciate it.
Because I can already tell the sense of create. I'm going to work with him. I know me. I'm really that's how I do business. Like I already got some ideas.
Mm-hmm.
But the ideas that I have, you will greatly enhance them. I know that. I can already tell.
I got you.
So I just would encourage people, if you're on the north side, even if you're not, if you're willing to take this drive, come holler at the boy.
Man, look, man. I always tell you guys 2 things. Number 1, watch me like you watch TV. You're going to watch your income grow. And the second thing is believe in yourself like you believe in God. And your success rate going to shoot up. We'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.